Hello and welcome. My name is Glenn Mayer. As moderator of Tolt Church, it is my honor and privilege to open this space on behalf of the congregation for this Trans Day of Remembrance Memorial in partnership with Snow Valley Pride. This evening we gather to speak the names of the transgender and non-binary individuals who lost their lives to discrimination, violence, and hate. We are here to honor and remember their lives, to stand in solidarity with them and with the transgender community. Today, this space is dedicated to providing a safe and inclusive environment for all, particularly our transgender and non-binary community members. We are here to reaffirm our commitment to creating a world where all can live freely, authentically, and can openly be whomever we're called to be, and to love whomever we love. We acknowledge the struggles and resilience of the LGBTQIA+ community and reaffirm our commitment to equality, justice, and love. May this space be a refuge for healing, reflection, and connection. Thank you for joining us on this important day. May our presence here build a more supportive community of love and acceptance. Jessica will share Tolt UCC's perspective on personal growth.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you everybody for joining us today. Psalm 139 says, "For you formed my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." In the Christian tradition, we believe that we're all created intentionally. Each one of us is wanted, known, and loved by the spirit of creation. From here, we're all encouraged to continue to shape and mold and grow ourselves using the inner direction that only we can know, becoming the truest versions of ourselves. Throughout the Bible, we hear stories of individuals who claim their unique personhood more fully. When this happens, they are addressed by a new name, a testimony of their changing self as they explore their faith. Abram was renamed Abraham, Sarai renamed to Sarah, Saul to Paul. Renaming has always been an important way to reflect the growth into our true nature. Each day is a new opportunity to live in greater alignment, bringing together our mind, heart, soul, spirit, and body, bringing together our inner and outer selves to sing joy into our own lives and the lives of those around us. Now I'd like to introduce Gregory Jamil, the Executive Director of Snow Valley Pride.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Greg Jamil, and I'm the founder and executive director of Snow Valley Pride. I'd like to take a moment and express my gratitude to the Tolt UCC family for inviting us to partner with them in this moving ceremony. I'd also like to extend my appreciation to our dear friends at Free Mom Hugs, who are here tonight offering their amazing hugs to our community. And I would especially like to thank each and every one of you here for showing up to participate in this beautiful memorial. It is you, our community, who offers the greatest opportunity to feel your love, support, and warm embrace in the place where our feet touch the earth, the Snoqualmie Valley that we call home. This evening, as we gather to honor the lives that we've lost, we must also take a moment to recognize the deep and sacred roots of Two-Spirit and queer identities within Indigenous cultures. Before colonialism disrupted their traditions, many Indigenous communities celebrated Two-Spirit people as vital leaders, healers, and keepers of wisdom. They were seen not as other, but as integral parts of the circle of life. Their stories remind us of a truth we carry forward today, that diversity in gender and identity is not new. It is an ancient, powerful, and worthy of honor. Our queer community comes from a place of blending two energies as one. we are able to see this blending in the most beautiful parts of the day, the places between day and night, sunrise and sunset. These places that carry a beauty all their own, not because they are separate, but because they embody both the day and the night at the same time. When we experience these most vibrant, colorful, and moving times of the day, I encourage you to take a moment to digest the feelings of what I'm sharing. The feelings of two energies existing at the same time to create something new. And you'll begin to see it for yourself all around in nature. When you walk along the Snoqualmie River and see the sun reflecting on the river, you see that white glow. And if you take a picture of it and zoom in, you will actually see that there is a little rainbow there. That energy is not only sunlight or only water. It is a combination of both of them and something totally unique in and of itself. This is where our queer community spirit comes from. And we can look all around in nature to see this embodiment of two elements at the same time that creates something new and beautiful. Before winter turns to summer, we get to see all of this explosion of flowers and colors and life happening. We also see it in each and every one of us as we grow, exploring and understanding deeper parts of ourselves when we create art and music and experience love. When a man and a woman come together in a relationship, that relationship is comprised of something that is part male and part female, and together it forms its own energy, its own spirit. And that relationship needs to be nurtured and tended to and loved. That feeling of love is where our queer community comes from. The gifts our trans family members carry is one that can help all of us gain a deeper understanding of life, and it is a gift that I'm extremely grateful to see and experience. As we reflect on the pain and resilience of our trans family, let us remember that we stand on the shoulders of those who fought for their right to be whole, authentic, and celebrated. In their spirit, we recommit ourselves to creating a world where every identity is cherished and safe.
This is a prayer poem written by Pastor Stephen, and I've been asked to present it. Living memory, we cry out to you. We are weary, sore sinew, weary of painful struggle for peace at the break of day, when into the world we go. In the simple light of day, of a new day, when the too long delayed justice may be ours, we are angry and grieving, giver of light. Jesus wept, cried aloud, split the heavens with his pain, the pain and loss of death, death of a friend, his friend, Lazarus. Again and again he cries to God, the pain of loss, friend for friend. Again and again we cry out, family for family, friend for friend, taken by bigotry, hate, and violence. These are our family, these are our friends. Please lead with us, Brother Jesus. It happens over and over again. Our transgender siblings taking from us. We are angry, unrelieved rage for continuing hostility, which never gives us resolve, even with much effort. We are in need. Living memory, enable us to hear what we need to hear, the words to tell our story and dialogue constructively. Give us the strength, with compassion, to do what we need to do, to shatter the silence that separates us, and to act for change that creates a new path forward, that lets loose our foundations for justice's cause and for the inclusion and good of all. Sorry, I don't really know what else to say, but thank you, and just continue loving each other, supporting each other, and thank you all. Sorry.
We now begin the process of reading the names of each of the victims that we've lost this year. And so when that happens, we'll be ringing the church bell and also lighting a candle on their behalf too.
Coleman, a black trans person, was killed in Atlanta, Georgia on October 19th. She was 48 years old.
Honey Daniels, a black trans woman, was killed in Rochester, New York on October 3rd. She was 37 years old.
Kasim Omar, a Somali trans woman, was killed in Columbus, Ohio on September 6th. She was 29 years old.
Red, also known as Barbie, a black trans woman, was killed in Chicago, Illinois on September 8th. She was 25 years old.
Ty Lathan, a black trans woman, was killed in Baltimore, Maryland on August 4th. She was 24 years old.
Vanity Williams, also known as Chanel Williams, a black trans woman, was killed in Houston, Texas on August 3rd. She was 34 years old.
Dylan Gurley, a trans woman, was killed in Denton, Texas on July 24th. She was 20 years old.
Monique Brooks, a black trans woman, was killed in Orlando, Florida on July 19th. She was 49 years old.
Shannon Boswell, a black trans woman, was killed in Atlanta, Georgia on July 5th. She was 30 years old.
Kenji Spurgeon, a black trans person, was killed in Seattle, Washington on July 1st. They were 23 years old.
Ollie Likens, a trans girl, was killed in Sharon, Pennsylvania on June 23rd. She was 14 years old.
Liara Kaylee Sai, a trans woman, was killed in Minneapolis, Minnesota on June 22nd. She was 35 years old.
Tay Dior Thomas, a black trans girl, was killed in Mobile, Alabama on May 7th. She was 17 years old.
Jaslyn Johnson, a trans girl, was killed in Carson City, Nevada on May 6th. She was 18 years old.
Keita B., a black trans woman, was killed in Kansas City, Missouri on May 3rd. She was 46 years old.
Andrea Doria Dos Passos, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Miami Beach, Florida on April 22nd. She was 37 years old.
Star Brown, a black trans woman, was killed in Raleigh, Tennessee on April 19th. She was 28 years old.
Nevaeh River Goddard, a non-binary teenager, was killed in Stowe, Massachusetts on April 10th. They were 17 years old.
T. Arnold, a black trans man, was killed in Hallandale Beach, Florida on April 7th. He was 36 years old.
Meraxis Medina, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Los Angeles, California on March 20th. She was 24 years old.
Alex Franco, a trans man, was killed in Salt Lake City, Utah around March 18th. He was 21 years old.
Diamond Cherish Brigman, a black trans woman, was killed in Houston, Texas on March 16th. She was 26 years old.
Reina Hernandez, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Renton, Washington around March 8th. She was 54 years old.
Africa Paria Garcia, a Latina trans woman, was killed in San Juan, Puerto Rico on February 2nd. She was 25 years old.
Sasha Williams, a Black trans woman, was killed in Las Vegas, Nevada on January 26th. She was 36 years old.
Kitty Monroe, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Phoenix, Arizona on January 1st. She was 43 years old.
Lexis Walker, a Black trans woman, was killed in Hampton Roads, Virginia on December 30th, 2023. She was 43 years old.
Megan Riley Lewis, a white trans woman, was killed in Bel Air, Maryland on December 27th, 2023. She was 53 years old.
Amber Miner, a Black trans woman, was killed in Raytown, Missouri on December 24th, 2023. She was 40 years old.
Savannah Williams, an indigenous Latina trans woman, was killed in St. Paul, Minnesota on November 29th, 2023. She was 38 years old.
Today we honor the lives of those who we have lost, the lives taken too soon, the dreams unfulfilled, and the voices silenced. But even in the midst of our grief, we are called to hold on to hope. Hope that reminds us every life is precious. Each person, regardless of gender identity or expression, is a unique and sacred miracle. As we remember those we lost, we affirm our commitment to justice, equality, and love. We envision a future where gender identity and expression no longer divide us, but instead enrich our understanding of what it means to be human. We hope for a world where transgender and non-binary individuals can live freely and authentically without fear or persecution. We hope for policies and practices that uphold equality, dignity, and respect. And we hope for communities that welcome, affirm, and celebrate all individuals, no matter who they are or how they identify. Hope is our guiding light. It fuels our activism, our compassion, and our unwavering belief that change is not just possible, but inevitable. In this moment of remembrance, we recommit ourselves to the pursuit of that hope. In times of uncertainty, our community has always shown its strength by coming together. Today we have increasing fears and challenges, but together we will rise to meet them. Our valley is filled with amazing and kind people who want to support and protect our neighbors. Stand up for trans rights by listening to and amplifying their voices. Advocate for inclusive policies in your schools, workplaces, and local government. Donate to organizations fighting for trans equality and show up for rallies, town halls, and pride events. But most importantly, create spaces where trans people feel valued and protected. Whether that's through small acts of kindness or big gestures of solidarity. Together, we do have the power to shape a future where fear does not silence love, and where every person can live their truth authentically and without compromise. Let's build that future together with love and hope as our foundation right now. We must do this together.
May the memories of those lost too soon fuel our determination to create a brighter future for all. As we near the end of this service, we recommit ourselves to creating a world where all individuals can live freely and authentically. We pledge to continue advocating for policies and practices that promote equality, justice, and dignity for all transgender and non-binary individuals. If you would like to pledge this with us, please say aye.
Aye.
I say, if you would like to pledge this with us, please say aye.
Aye.
First of all, thank you everyone for attending this evening's memorial service. As we leave this supportive, sacred space, please remember that Tolt UCC and Snow Valley Pride are committed to building a safe and inclusive community here in the Valley, and to be inclusive in all the communities in which we participate. Please remember that you are not alone. You were created intentionally. You are wanted, you are known, and you are loved by the spirit of creation. Let us walk together as we carry our sadness, our grief, and even our anger. Let us work and speak with courage and informed conviction. Let us share our unique lights as we are present with the pain and fights for freedom. Let us be beacons in the world, shining our lights as we work towards liberation for all. If you wish to pay additional respects, please come forward during the final music. You are blessed, and you are a blessing. May we build, heal, and lead with love. May it be so.
Thank you all for joining us. Go in peace.